What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Zinho, and today, coming at you with another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Once again, joined today by the man them, Kindo.
What's up, boys?
I got
Cat
my
boy.
Cat's ugly sweater today. You guys can see in the... If you guys are watching this on YouTube.
Ugly sweater, ugly face. Move on.
Hey.
Damn,
What do you guys
bro.
rate it, though? What do you guys rate it?
0.
Not really an ugly sweater, but kinda the closest thing I have. You know, Raptors snow globe.
It's a Dookie sweater right now because they're doing Dookie.
Was there
right now.
Christmas Day? I can't remember what year it says on the back.
2019.
Christmas Day, got this for free. Can't complain.
First and then last.
But yeah, anyways, man's on the couch. Jimmy and Krish.
Switch it,
sorry,
man.
sorry.
What's
my
going
bad,
on?
my
The cameraman's lacking today, but yeah, no ugly sweater here.
I'm the only one wearing an actual ugly
Yeah.
sweater that has footy involved.
Damn.
It's an ugly
Yeah.
sweater because it's a
It's
US
an
sweater.
ugly sweater because it's a UV sweater.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, that was good, man. Huh?
Where'd you get that?
What's
Was
it
it
called?
classic?
ClassicFootballShirts.co.
Classic football
.co.uk.
jersey. Yeah.
It's a nice one still.
I was gonna cop some more jerseys from there. They got some nice shit, man.
Jerseys
Yeah.
or like sweaters?
No, like actual jerseys.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You got
Yeah.
like international jerseys and
Yeah,
shit.
they have
got
everything, man.
They got everything, but
They have obviously like limited quantity because
Expensive,
yeah,
bro.
they're
It's
they're
expensive.
pricey. Yeah,
no, sometimes they put up sales. The sales are nice.
yeah.
There's this guy I follow. Shout him out if he watches this. Probably doesn't. Full-time Fits on UK.
Mm.
That's his Instagram.
Yeah,
Full-time Fits, and he's got some fucking
Some
sick.
heat?
He's got some sick heat, dude.
He doesn't
and,
sell
and
it,
it's pretty
though.
good price. He
he
sells it
sells
all.
it?
It's on his website. He has some fire. He has like some T90 stuff, like a Dortmund T90
Yeah,
jersey.
yeah.
Fire.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking into maybe getting another one, another like classic
Christmas
UV
sweater?
jersey or something.
Oh, click you
Like an actual vintage, authentic.
Yeah, I have already.
True.
But I'm saying another one,
Which one do you have?
pink with the blue stripes,
Pink with blue stripes.
T90 jersey.
Juve?
I've worn it many
What year?
times. I don't know the exact year.
Damn, fake fan.
Blue
Yeah,
stripes.
fake
I don't
fan.
remember blue stripes with pink, but whatever.
Concept.
You definitely.
No, it's a real jersey.
But anyways, let's move along. Let's talk about the 2030 and 2034 World Cup. So the host nations were officially announced for 2030. The first, second, and third games will be played in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. So across 6 nations. And the rest will be played in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. So pretty much Europe and North Africa. So 3 continents for 1 World Cup. Are these organizers, are FIFA mad? What's going on?
So what I heard and what I saw on TikTok and on Instagram and Twitter,
If you have like a competitive league or like stars in your league, you're gonna have more eyes on your country heading into the World Cup. So I think if you've already invested in these players there now, you're investing in these stadiums being built, you're investing in the World Cup, you're doing this to grow the game in your country. So you're not gonna pull out of that investment. If anything, maybe what they do is like they like almost like consolidate the league. They make the league smaller or something like that to just kind of make it more entertaining, but to have like these bigger teams playing each other all the time, so more people are just watching it. But there's no way they're gonna pull out investment from these teams because they need to at this point. If you made that commitment for 2034, unless you're planning to back out of that, there's no point in doing all this. If you actually want to grow the game in your country, this is what you need to do. You need to have a good league with high quality players. You need to have, World Cup in your country. That's going to help grow the game as well. So I think they're already committed to this, to growing the game in their country. So I don't think they pull out the investment in the leagues.
Yeah,
But they can't.
Do you think the game grew in Qatar after the World Cup?
But it's different though, because the thing is
How?
with Qatar never had a league with players like this.
they're Barati.
but they have the money.
They have the money, but they never invested in the league, right? With Saudi Arabia, I think they're actually doing things the right way because they're invested in the league first. They're investing in growing their own players through the league by getting them. Like, dude, think about that. Dude, think about how cool that would be.
Name me 4 players.
Dude, dude, think about how cool it would be if this was in Canada, dude. Imagine, let's say, for example, your boys that you grew up with were playing for TFC alongside Ronaldo, Mane. Dude, more people would be playing football. More people would be playing the
Yeah, they
game.
could be playing
no,
against.
of
Should be
course.
playing with Bernadeschi and Insigne.
Exactly. So you're growing the game. So by you starting this project 10 years before you're hosting the World Cup, you're building up to this growth because now imagine you're like a young boy in Saudi Arabia. Your older brother is training with Ronaldo every day. And now all of a sudden you love the game more than ever. And now all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, if I train hard, if I play hard, I can go play for this team to go play with these stars. And I can go play for my country in the World Cup, which is going to be in my country. So that's how you have to think. You have to think about how you're going to grow the game. And I think they're doing it in the right way. How Qatar did it, they just bid for the World Cup They did it, and it's like they basically just hit it and quit it. It was like a one night stand. But now with Saudi Arabia, they're growing, they're nurturing it. This is like a marriage with the beautiful game.
I think that Qatar World Cup helped Saudi out more than it helped out Qatar.
They realized what they shouldn't do.
Yeah,
basically.
No,
exactly.
they pretty much, that's when the Saudi League kind of started.
Yeah.
Started up from the Qatar after the Qatar World Cup. I think it was after, but they took the hype from the Qatar, brought to Saudi, and built their own league off of it and everything. But I know he's saying the children are gonna look up to the stuff, but like,
I have a good,
if their family doesn't care to go watch their teams play, it's not gonna happen.
but not even that. I'm seeing it from a different perspective. You're saying, of course it's good for the league for having the World Cup there, growing the league. You're seeing players like Ronaldo, Neymar going there, but it's I think at one point it's not gonna be sustainable at the end of the day, because you're seeing players now, like, bro, they're going there for the money and they leave after 2 years.
Yeah.
Neymar is gonna go there for the money, bring people for sure, bring eyes. Once
Yeah.
he's gone, those eyes are gone too.
I don't think so. Not if you reinvest in whoever is next.
Okay, but so right now, for example, myself, I understand if you're from that country. I understand. Okay, makes sense. Of course, you're gonna want to watch the league in your country. But grabbing people from outside your country to invest and look and watch your league, do you watch the game?
Me personally, no.
You think a lot of people watch the game?
100%. People do. People
Okay,
watch
this is-
more
this-
Saudi
this-
games
this,
now.
This could be a good average. What is it? 5 out of 4 people. This, for example. Well, we're 6 of us in this podcast. Not one of us watches it.
But how many Saudi games did you watch before the players went?
Zero.
And how many of you watched since players went?
0.
Maybe half
Handful,
of
bro.
one game.
I'm still at
Handful.
0.
You've watched these games
Maybe
more.
half of one game.
You've paid attention to it
No,
more.
no. Actually, the only game I watched was when PSG with Messi faced Ronaldo,
Exactly. And why did you watch
and
that?
that was in the league
That
was a friendly.
But why did you watch? But still, why did you watch it?
because of Ronaldo, Messi,
Exactly.
because of the big names.
Exactly.
Once Ronaldo's gone, what's the big name that's playing there? Because again, like I said,
Mbappe.
players don't go there if they want an actual career.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't have to go there for a career. You have to go there when you're a name, when you want to collect a paycheck, and that's fine.
But when are you a name? During your
What do you
best
mean?
moments, when you're in your prime.
No, Ronaldo and Benzema, their names, are they in their prime?
Yeah. Well, have you heard? When's the last time you heard of Benzema?
No, exactly. He's out of his prime, but he's still
Once he left Madrid,
Yeah.
I haven't heard a single peep.
but he's still
I've
a
heard Ronaldo
he's still a
because
name.
everything's about Ronaldo.
He's still a name.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the one thing about Ronaldo.
But he's still a name.
You don't hear of anybody besides Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
hear anyone. Exactly.
So
So
that's the biggest investment they could have made. Other than him, who else are you going to invest
that's
in?
why I'm saying it's gonna be just like China, where they invest so much money in players. They got players like Hulk, Oscar's still there somehow, but they got so many players, big names, paying them big.
But they
And
stopped.
then their league's now done.
But they stopped investing.
Yeah, because they have no more money left.
Saudi Arabia, they have plenty of money.
Yeah,
They're not going to stop
I know
investing
they have
because
plenty
they
of money,
have the World
but
Cup.
that's what I'm saying. Is it smart for them to even invest in something that I think will never ever reach the level of European talent?
I'm not saying
And
it's
again,
going to.
and like you say,
Yeah.
it doesn't
I'm
have
not saying
to.
it's going to.
But then what's the point of it? You're investing so much money to be mediocre?
To grow the game. What do you mean?
To be mediocre.
You're never going to be the best. You're never going to overtake hundreds of years of football heritage. But if you want to be put on the map and be considered a top 15 league in the world, you can do it. Look at the MLS. That no one cared about the MLS until stars started to come. You had Beckham come. Then you had like Pirlo. You had Gerrard. You had Drogba come. Villa. You had Zlatan come. Now you have Messi. You have Royce. You have Suarez. You have all these guys that are coming now. All of them are past their prime. All of them are finished. But people are tuning in more. It's being advertised more. It's being broadcasted more. People are actually paying broadcasting rights to own those things. You're selling jerseys. When that team is coming to your city, the stadium's full, right? So you're doing that with the hopes of it growing the game, growing the hype in your area. It's never going to overtake the biggest leagues in the world, but that's not your hope. Your hope is to put your country on the map for being a footballing nation. I think at the end of the day, Saudi Arabia, money is not a problem for them. Money is not, they don't care how much money it takes. They just want to do it. Like, they could spend this money on anything they want. They're choosing to spend it in making their nation somewhat relevant in football. And I think that's cool. I appreciate it, right? I'd rather them spend their money on that than they can go and develop 100, different condo buildings. They can do that same money. Why
I
not
agree.
invest in
I
football?
agree. But you kind of said it in a way as well when you just spoke that, bro, players want to go to MLS. No one wants to go to Qatar.
What do you mean no one wants to go to?
Who wants to go to Qatar?
No one's going to Qatar. Everyone's going to Saudi
Sorry,
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. I mean, no one wants to go to Saudi Arabia.
People do.
Everyone wants to go to
No,
MLS.
not compared to everyone wants to live in the States.
Yeah, people obviously want to live in the States, but dude, think about this. If you're like, let's say, someone who practices Muslim religion, where would you rather go? Probably a Muslim country. You probably feel
Name
more
me the top
comfortable.
10
You
best
probably
Muslim
feel
players.
more at home.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
But you're talking about stars, star power.
Yeah, that's all you need.
What star power? That like like it's Ronaldo, Messi, those players that have
Yeah.
that star power.
Okay, and so why did Ronaldo?
Even Griezmann,
So why did Ronaldo go there instead of the U.S.?
because they paid
He's
him
not
more
allowed in
money.
the U.S., bro.
They paid him more money, exactly. So clearly, money talks, and money is able to.
No, it's also
sway.
because Ronaldo, you know how he is. He's greedy. He likes to start stuff off. He was the first one there. It's basically his baby.
Okay.
It's his thing. It's his league. Basically.
Okay.
He started it off.
So when he leaves,
I would do the same
There's
thing.
probably going to be other players that
No,
will
there
want to go there to
won't.
be the big
No,
star
there
in Saudi
won't,
Arabia
man.
because they're going to get
Come
paid
on.
200 million more in Saudi Arabia than they would in the MLS. You don't think someone's going to go?
No, man.
I can
No.
see Mbappe playing there, 100%.
No, bro.
What about the-
Players rather go to MLS.
So what about the people that idolize Ronaldo?
No.
You don't think someone who's literally trying to follow Ronaldo's career path, step for step, had posters of him in his room, and then your career is kind of dwindling down. You have the option, okay, I can go to Saudi Arabia like my idol, make 400 million, or I can go to the MLS, make 80 million. Where are you gonna go?
He was supposed to go
And
to
Mbappe was supposed to go there, no?
Saudi on loan, yeah, for a year.
Right? He said no.
Yeah, how old is he?
Okay, but you're saying if players should go on the if
I
Saudi
never
Arabia
said
wants
players
to
should
be a
go in their
league,
prime. I said
if
players.
Saudi Arabia wants to be a league, they should be getting these
Eventually,
players.
eventually.
No, you don't need to. Look at MLS. MLS is considered a top 15 league in the world, and they have what? Young talent and retirement players. That's all they have. And all of us here will consider MLS a top 15 league. Some even a top 10.
They're top 10 right now, no?
I
Exactly.
think so, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can be done
So you think
When the
one
competition's
day,
not
you think
there.
one day the Saudi league can be top 10?
100%.
I would say they're pretty close to top 10.
100%. 100%.
Just from the talent they have. I mean, it's only four teams
Yeah.
that are actually good.
I mean,
But
it's like that.
we'll see.
It's like that in most countries. How many countries have more than 4 good
Yeah.
teams right now?
Yeah, I know. They got four invest. It's the same. I mean, it's the same owner of all 4 teams, but
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
Monopoly.
cool. I think it'll be interesting to see, how the game can potentially grow there, what this means for, Saudi Arabian football as a whole. Because, dude, if you look at it, the first, I think, Saudi Arabian player made the move from Saudi Arabia to Europe on a transfer, right? There's a young right back that went from one of the clubs in Saudi Arabia to
Roma.
right? So this is now going to be the first of probably
Does he
many,
play?
right? Right? But, dude, think
That's the
about
guy
it.
with the
Dude,
throw in a playstyle plus.
Dude, think about that, bro. That's a pioneer of your country, right? Dude, you went from Saudi Arabia to Roma. It's not even like you went to like a second tier or even like a Empoli or someone like just bottom tier. You went to Roma.
Roma's pretty second tier right now.
Roma are a big club. Not for
It's-
anything, bro.
are they still?
Roma are a big club.
They just lost to
Yeah.
Como, so I don't know.
But dude, Como's sick, dude. Como's a cool team. They got
Nice city,
they got Nico Potts.
nice place. But I have a question here that we saw on Twitter. English players actually end up being better abroad than they actually do staying in their country. So, like, prime examples, pretty much every English player that went to Dortmund. We have Loftus-Cheek, who's been thriving at Milan. Lookman, who's been looking like probably he would have been England's best winger if he actually stayed at England. But obviously, he represents Nigeria. Do you think more English players should go abroad?
Bro, England's too toxic, man. Like the media, the fans, like I can see how it's tough for these English players to thrive in their home country, man, because it feels like you're just starting from a negative point of view, like. And when these players make that move abroad, there's less pressure, I think, and they start thriving, they start balling, right? So why not?
We've all heard it, man. The pundits, the media, your own fans, even your own teammates. Once you do one bad thing, you're off. You're dead to them. So there's so much pressure, man. Even coaches get it, man. Look what happens to Pep. I mean, we obviously go tough on him after these amount of losses, but he's done so much for football, and people are just going crazy on him, making memes, laughing at him. It's like it's true. It's like it's England is the hardest place to succeed.
Because it's not about your history; it's about your right now.
Yeah, you have to be performing 24/7. You fail one thing, you slip, and next thing you know, you're Slippy G.
And you're hearing that people should they should let him go or fire him or bro. You can't fire him. Come on, Pep. You can't fire Pep.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot more English players should go abroad. We've seen it. It's been thriving. Like Sancho before, Bino Gittins right now. Tammy was good until he tore his ACL, but like the list goes on. Like I know we do see like a fair share of English players that go through the ranks in England and do become good players, like Palmer and Foden and whatever, blah blah blah. But I feel like it would be easier for them if they went to Europe, like out of England.
Maybe.
My opinion.
No, I think those are good shouts, man. You see it, man. Especially Bundesliga, it's like you can see that they're happy to express themselves more once they leave England because there's not that pressure, right? Imagine like your parents nagging you your whole life, and then next thing you know, you finally go to college and you don't hear those people, your parents talking to you about this and stuff. You're actually allowed to, be free, go to parties, have some drinks, express yourself. Instead of, you have to go back to home and then you have to hear your parents. It's like that's the same feeling, right? It's like you're able to be free and express yourself in a way. Look at Sancho, what he did at Dortmund, incredible. And then he went back to Man United, and he lost it. Now finally at Chelsea, he's getting some of that back, but dude, it's something hard, man. I wouldn't be able to deal with that pressure.
And better food.
I'm playing in Barcelona, bro. The sunny Barcelona.
You're saying too many distractions in your home city, basically.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Better food abroad as well.
Better food abroad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Lookman because this guy's he's probably one of the best wingers in the world right now. But
That's crazy.
he is 100%.
Over?
100%. What do you start on this England team?
No.
Over
No.
who?
Anyone.
I said no. I said he's not starting
Loves
for
anyone,
England.
bro.
Put him on left wing, right wing.
He's
Left wing, right
he's
wing.
probably on the plane.
Bro, he's better than both those guys.
He's on the plane.
Probably on the bench.
He's on the plane to
Yeah.
he's on the plane to the tournament, but I don't know if he's starting, and I don't necessarily think that has anything to do with his talent. I think it's just more so like English culture, the fact that he plays for Atalanta.
No. Let's go off
That
talent.
was also with the old gaffer.
I think it's going to be the same.
You think it's gonna be the same?
Well, actually, Tuchel's now, but
we see what Tuchel's done. He's done it in
Tu-
Europe. He's done it in Germany,
he's pretty radical.
Bundesliga. He's radical. He
He's
likes to
pretty
try out
radical.
different things. Why not give him a chance?
Yeah, he's pretty radical. I don't know, because I also feel like it's maybe also not coming from him. I feel like there's also pressure from like the powers above that say like we need to make sure that like 95% of our squad is coming from the Premier League because the Premier League is the best league in the world. Because they believe it, right? And they think that their players are far superior than anybody else, which we all know isn't true. But I also think at the same time, we've seen that hurt them, right? Like we had players that were absolutely balling out in other leagues, never get called up, never get a chance,
Tomori.
right? And then when they did, you can say that they didn't really even get a fair chance, right? Like they got called up, they made like one appearance, maybe they had like an average game, but they were never given a second, third run out, where then you have players who get, 15, 20 caps and, are just kind of bang average for the squad. But because they play for Crystal Palace and instead of Milan, they're going to get a call up, right? So it's tough because I think there's a lot of politics with it. We'll see now if it changes with Tuchel.
It is.
But I don't know. I think, honestly, Lookman's on the plane. I don't think he's starting, though. But he's on the plane for sure.
Starts over him, though.
Who's starting over Phil Foden? Not Phil Foden. Who's starting over Lookman?
Yeah.
Are we playing, 4-2-3-1?
Let's say, okay, Saka's guaranteed right. So who's playing on the left?
Palmer.
If Saka's on the right, Palmer's on the left, or Jude Bellingham's on the left and Palmer's in the middle.
Damn, do one of those ones.
No, come on.
Maybe even
Damn.
Foden.
Foden too.
Bro, Foden's been ass this year. Lookman's been in crazy form.
Lookman, has he been in crazy form? Like crazy form, I think is like
For
a
what he
little
does for Atalanta,
extreme.
yes.
Like how many GA are we
So
talking?
you're just, look at the GA.
well,
Not what he actually does for the team.
What are you looking
It's because I'm
at?
actually watching the game, so
Okay,
I see.
I don't really watch Atalanta that often, but like, has he even been having a better season than Gittins?
I was about to ask that. You think Giddens
I think
gets
Giddens
over,
also on the plane.
But do you think Giddens gets over Lookman?
No.
And that's starting 11?
But Lookman's also Nigerian now.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Exactly.
saying if
No,
I'm saying
no,
if he was
you're
England.
saying
Oh.
if.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, James? Does Lookman get on the team before Giddens, or does Giddens get on the team?
To be honest, like I don't want to give an opinion here
Why not?
because no, I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't think I can fairly give an opinion because to be honest with you, I haven't seen enough of Lookman this season, so I don't think I can fairly make a comment or have an opinion here because I haven't seen enough of Lookman.
But from what
what
you
I saw,
from
what I
this-
saw, what I saw from Lookman in that final against Leverkusen, he should be playing.
That's
Obviously.
what I'm saying. From the little,
Right?
from the very small,
But that was
what's the
one
word?
game, so it's
Sample
hard.
size?
To,
Sample size that you've seen, especially in the Champions League where it matters.
Yeah.
He's always performed.
yeah, he
Always
has.
performed.
Yeah,
So I don't think you really have to look at the City A to see
no, you
or
do.
watch more games
You
to
do.
kind of get the sample size that he's clearly able to do at the best level.
Yeah,
Yeah, the thing is, like, he's starting for the team that's first place in Serie A, and he's arguably their first or second most important player.
Mhm.
He has the
First.
second highest GA on that team behind Leretegui.
mm-hmm.
So how can he not start if you're basing it off of merit,
Yeah.
right?
because the thing is they never really base it off of merit.
Which is why I said if.
Tombaldi was like the best center back in Serie A when Milan won the title, and he
Yeah.
didn't get called. Right?
Different gaffer too.
Yeah.
I think things will
We'll
change
see.
with Tuchel because they had to give him full reins of everything because I don't think he'd take the job if he didn't.
No, but I agree with what James says. There is so much under the table
Yeah.
that you don't know, man. I'm sure, like, there's definitely some contracts or something on it written that there has to be an Arsenal Arsenal player starting, a Chelsea player starting, something like that, like where they have to have these players from the Premier League playing and starting.
I
or at
believe
least
that.
finding this
But
many minutes.
Do you think Tuchel would have accepted that job if there was
No.
this kind of
why not?
lack of flexibility?
No,
Apparently.
I think I
think so.
believe that with Southgate, he probably does have some certain things that he has to do, but it's not to the extent that Southgate had. Like Southgate, you could tell he had to play certain players, he had to call up certain players, he had to have a certain amount of players.
He was also very
Pre-
stubborn.
I don't think it
very,
was him
very
that was stubborn. I think it
he
was the people under the table that were stubborn. But Tuchel is not going to have that. I don't think he takes that job with all those on a list.
It's a prestigious job to have, though, too.
It's not that prestigious. He could have
Three
had
Lions, bro.
he-
Come on.
pretty
he could have had
Jesus.
a bigger job than that for sure.
Where,
Bro, he could have went to
He's
Brazil.
where?
Brazil's a bigger job than that.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I don't think it's that. Like, he can obviously go to Brazil, but would Brazil call him?
They're not looking at him, bro.
That's what
Why?
I'm saying.
And also, what are the eyes?
Language
Where are
barrier.
yeah,
That's a big
where's
part.
the eyes, dude? The
Huh?
England team. Imagine being the gaffer that can actually make it work.
It's not.
For
He's
England?
not.
How do you know?
He's not.
What if he is the gaffer
Bro,
to make it
England
work?
doesn't
Next thing
win.
you know, they're freaking winning like Euros, World Cup, World Cup.
Let's not get crazy, but I don't know. To go back to your initial question, I mean, you could start him, like, but I think like
Who we talking about?
Lukeman,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you
You
could
started
you
this.
started the conversation. I think you could start him, but I honestly think that like you just have like a bunch of players. Like, okay, sure, like if you're putting the lineup together, Saka is probably starting on the right. Bellingham should probably start in the middle. Then on the left, you can take your pick of like Foden, Palmer, or Lukeman, or Anthony Gordon, and then it's
Mhm.
it's all
Rashford's always there, bro.
or Rashford too, like Sterling. Heck, throw Sancho in there too. Like I don't know, a Grealish. Like I don't know, like you just have so many players you can just throw in there, and I think like they're all like the same. I don't know.
But I guess to finish off this kind of segment, should players like English players look to go abroad outside of England in their primes? Like for example,
Oh, in
Jude
their
Bellingham.
primes.
For Jude Bellingham right now, Real Madrid is the best. Should English players look for that? Look to go outside of England to play at their best football? For example, Gareth Bale as well. He went to Real Madrid at his prime. He could have
So-
stayed at Spurs. It's Spurs legend.
Come on, bro.
He could have went
Look
to
at-
United.
Let's
look
be
at-
real, bro.
Yeah.
No, but he could have been at Spurs and stayed a Spurs legend. 100%. Gareth Bale.
That or play for Real Madrid, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He could have stayed at Spurs and become a legend, create his own path there, but he wanted to go out. Look at Harry Kane. He's going in his prime to Bayern Munich. Is that something that more English players should do?
It depends on the team, bro. Like if it's not Bayern, Madrid, or Barca, then I think it's tough. Because those are
Like,
like
you
the
think they
three
would rather
top
just stay-
teams outside of England where you kind of have to say yes.
Yeah,
hard to-
I
it's hard to
guess,
say no to
true.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Matthews there. I think it also just depends like when the team comes calling. Like, are you an academy player who hasn't really broke through yet, and you're thinking, okay, I can probably get a better run out playing in Germany, playing in Italy, playing in Spain, playing in France even, or am I established in the first team? I think when you're established in the first team, especially if it's like one of the big teams, like if it's one of the Manchesters, if it's a Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, like you're probably gonna stay. Realistically,
Yeah,
even
it's
if
hard, man.
even if something else comes calling, like we'll see. We'll see if Trent goes. But if Trent goes, like he's going to Madrid,
Again,
right? So I think like you're only going if it's one of those clubs. But if you're a younger player, I definitely think that you should, because I think you've seen time and time again like the success that these young players have when they go abroad is just like no other. Because like you said, like they get away from the family, you get away from the friends, you get away from that kind of everyday life and partying, going out with your mates. Like you can really lock in and focus on your craft and focus on the game.
Yeah.
And I think when you're a youngster, that's what you need. You need to be locked in. You need to be learning how to be a professional, not just a talented kid. Because you know what? There's hundreds of talented kids, but it's those that can make that step from being a talented kid to a professional that are at the top.
on and off
Right.
the pitch.
Yeah.
On and off the pitch.
You got to lock in. You
Yeah.
got to lock in.
But speaking about a young talent that has been locking in, Lamine Yamal has his signature boots, his own signature boot at 17 years old.
It's pretty fire, bro.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Not even Messi had a boot at this age. What does it tell you about football? What does it tell you about like social media? And what does it tell you about Lamine Yamal?
Hey, when you're good enough, you're old enough, bro.
Damn.
Simple.
Damn. Wait, why are you making that face, James?
No, I think like, and I agree. I agree with you. But I think it also shows a lot like of like where the game's gone, like social media, like with marketing. I think now these companies see an opportunity with like a young player and they take advantage of it. Like whereas before, like Messi was probably the first of his kind to be that young and have so much. Whereas now it's like almost every young talent that's coming up, these brands are just trying to grab them and try to make them whoever's next up, just in case they're, the next Messi, the next Ronaldo. They don't want to miss their chance of getting that player early. So I think we're going to see a lot more brands just like throwing ridiculous amount of money, signature boots, signature clothing lines, all this stuff at these young talents because they think they're going to be the next one up. And at the end of the day, dude, you have to. Dude, imagine Adidas doesn't take their shot at Yamal, Nike does, and then all of a sudden now Nike has Yamal for 20 years.
Nike did
of his
fumble
career,
the bag.
right?
They
So-
fumbled it heavy because he was a Nike athlete. And then they obviously didn't pay enough. So he's like, F off, I'm going to Adidas.
He suits Adidas more though.
He does. I said when he was Nike, I said no, he suits Nike. But now that I see him with the F50s,
F50 is
because the
perfect.
F50s came back, if it was a different style and a silhouette that was ugly, but it's because it's the F50s, I agree.
Lefty Barca.
Yeah, and it made sense. It's perfect sense.
Bro, the F50s are nice though.
But I agree, like exactly what James said. Back then, it used to be let's wait until there's something, and then give them a boot deal. Let's wait until they're actually settled. They're actually good players. But now it's like, let's get there first. Let's get them first before they can even show off like that they're good players. But this is also kind of like where I'm going at. This is really risky too. No, this can
Why?
be risky because
Yeah,
what if he
if something
doesn't pop
happens.
off?
And they can the boot.
He's already popped off.
But exactly for saying, like you have Jude Bellingham, you have Lamine Yamal, you have even Endrick having his own boot
Yeah.
with New Balance. What if they don't pop off like that? Because dude, we've seen in our generation, in our era, we've seen players like LeBron James, Ronaldo, Messi. These are the best of the best, the best of the best, the GOATs, you can say, the best of the best. Only, in my opinion, those guys were prestigious enough of having signature logos. Now we're having kids have signature logos before they're even anything. I'm kind of like, I don't know, impartial or like, I don't know if that's the word, but I'm swaying. I'm right in the middle. I don't know what to think because, again, I preferred when those guys had those signature boots. But I also do like that.
now.
I also do like that these young players are having, but it's like I'm kind of torn.
So
So-
it makes sense. He's one of the best players in the world right now. Look at his 2024 breakout year. Copa Trophy. He won the Euros as well too, playing a major part in that tournament as well. The young generation are looking up to Lamine Yamal 100%. Why not?
But like I said, back then it was LeBron James, Ronaldo, Messi.
That's because
it was just them though. Like no one else was at that level.
no, bro.
What-
no one was
what's your
buying
head-
LeBron
no.
shoes when they came out.
Kobe.
Yeah, but no one
You
was
had
buying
to be-
Kobe's when they were coming
you
out.
had to-
They're wearing them now.
No, people were wearing them back then.
Yeah,
No.
people wore the
No,
Yes, they
not
were.
not as much as they
were
would
the-
now.
LeBron James was the best of the best. He came from high school to freaking NBA.
Bro,
Kobe
no,
Bryant
I'm
was the
saying no
best
one
of
was
the
wearing his
best.
shoes when they came out. They're
Messi,
ugly.
CR7, yes, people were wearing them.
What?
But they got those lines when they were the best, when they were actually something.
Yeah. Okay.
These kids aren't even anything yet. Yes, they're performing at really great levels, but dude, come on now. Like, that's too much. In my opinion, dude, that having your own boot brand is for the prestigious, for the best of the best. And these
He
kids,
is, bro. He's
they're
up
kids,
there.
man.
Okay,
Doesn't
then who'd you
matter,
give it
bro.
to instead of him?
No one, not even Mbappe has a boot line.
Sure.
How does Jude Bellingham? Yeah, he doesn't have his own logo. He has like his signature colorways, but he doesn't have his own logo. Lamine Yamal not even has his own colorway. He has his own logo already.
304, bro.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
one's with
Shout out
Adidas,
Hustle
one's with
Hard.
Nike.
Hustle hard, baby.
Huh?
One's with Adidas, one's with Nike. Nike maybe are gonna take the time with their players' logos.
And that's what I've seen too. Actually, yeah, it's been Adidas athletes getting these brands.
'Cause Jude has it.
Bellingham, yeah.
But
Lamine
Jude-
Yamal.
Dude is a little bit older a lot older than
Still
Yamal.
young.
No,
Still
but
not-
Jude is
still not
one of the best
defined.
midfielders in the world. Yes, he is defined.
Give him more years, bro. You're putting him with the rest of the best. Zinedine,
Right now?
Zinedine Zidane's.
No, but right now
So that's
he's
what I'm saying.
he's
They're
the,
not- they're
one
not-
of the
he's
best
not- he's
midfielders in the
not.
world. Yes.
Yeah, he's the best right now, but dude, he could fall off.
Anybody could fall off. You could fall off when you got your brand
Chill,
deal in
bro.
10 years.
It's crazy, bro. I'm gonna fall off.
Like, you already fell off. You haven't played for 2 seasons.
Damn, that's crazy. But no, but I think brands in general, I think we're seeing brands just take more risk, right? Because I think at the end of the day, I think what they're seeing now is like you have to, because if you miss out on that star, you're missing out on millions of dollars over the course of like the next 10, 15 years, however long their career is. So Adidas are saying, you know what, we can take the risk. We'll give Bellingham one. We'll give Yamal one. If it doesn't work out, we just cut it. Like I'm sure it's not that hard to cut a boot.
I guess.
They do it all the time.
My question is then now, does Lamine Yamal actually have pull like that?
Like what?
You got the streets, bro.
Does he have pull that like that? Like that he's gonna get players, young talent, younger than him, which is crazy in my eyes, wearing his signature boot.
100%.
He's gonna have guys maybe double his age wearing his signature
You
boot.
gonna be wearing it, bro.
How might be wearing his boot?
Nah,
I
you-
am gonna buy a pair of his boots.
Bro, you don't wear Adidas.
Nah,
bro.
there's only 304 pairs available, so good
Really?
luck. Yeah.
Damn, I gotta
That's
be-
pretty sick.
I
Good
gotta,
luck, bro.
They're
I
actually nice shoes,
I
though.
gotta call my contacts in
Need the
Adidas.
good luck.
Timu 304s,
Yeah,
bro.
I got some
The
contacts in
305s,
Adidas. I got
the
some
403s.
contacts.
I don't rate the lace list, though. I like the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
More of a
but
lace guy.
Lace look
But
fire.
dude,
that's just preference, though.
that's an actual question though. He has pull like that. That people are actually gonna go buy his boot
Yeah,
at that age, 17
yeah.
years old, man.
Yeah, I think so. Because if you think about it, like, dude, we've had this conversation like a million times over, and we've even seen it too. When we've done like in-person Footy Fresh events, like people gravitate towards him because there hasn't really been like Mbappe or Haaland or whoever else you want to put up there in this tier. They haven't. None of them have really like taken the next step to be the next Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So I think people are just betting on Yamal too because he's shown it so far that he could
I don't agree.
potentially do it. He has the talent. He's playing for the club. He's starting young enough. Like he's already breaking Messi records. Like he's on the right track to be that next up, right? When you're looking at Mbappe and Haaland, they were on the right track, but they've kind of stalled a little bit, right?
I agree.
And they're also both, I think, with Nike.
Mbappe was... I think he was more hyped than Yamal was at 18 than Yamal at 17.
No.
Yes,
No.
after winning a...
No.
After
bro.
Mbappe wins
I
a World
don't
Cup at
know,
18
man.
years old, not carried, but was one of the best players on that France team. You're telling me that he was not more hyped up than Yamal?
He was already at PSG at that point.
I think he might have been
Yeah.
at Monaco.
No, he was at PSG.
Was he at Monaco when he won the World Cup? No, I think it was at PSG.
He just got the move. It was his
I
first
think,
year
it
at
was the,
PSG.
I think it was the summer he went because he went when he was like 19, no?
I think it might be
100 and what, 50 million that year?
But Yamal is never going to get sold.
Yeah.
That's
And
not-
how
that-
much is
that's
Yamal
just-
right now anyways? More than that.
He's not worth more than 150.
You don't
150?
Think, you don't think Yamal is worth
Bro,
more
who
than
goes for
150?
150? And you got to also put into market spin going up, so it's different.
What?
It's different.
Yamal's worth 250 million.
That's insane.
Yes, he is.
No one's worth 250 million.
Yes, he is.
No.
He's worth more than
No
than
one's-
Mbappe.
So
Oh.
Neymar that went for 222 million.
That he wasn't worth that though.
You're worth whatever a club wants to pay
Exactly. You think the club's not going to pay 250?
That's
for
just because they were trying to splash
You
cash,
think
man.
PSG would not spend 250
They were trying to make a statement.
for Lamine Yamal?
They would. If they could, they would.
They want him.
But
They want him.
Barca just have these $1 billion release clauses on every player. But realistically speaking, if someone's buying Yamal right now, they're paying more than PSG paid for Mbappe.
So allegedly,
Yeah.
during the summer, Barca rejected a 250 million
I
bid for
heard this.
Yamal.
From
Allegedly.
who? Saudi?
PSG, I believe.
It doesn't say it, but
I think it was PSG. I think it was PSG.
yeah, suggested at PSG as a replacement for Mbappe, who joined Madrid.
Okay,
we'll
so
see.
after the World, he went before the World Cup. After the World Cup, Mbappe. You tell me he doesn't go for over 200?
After the Euros, Lamine Yamal.
I'm talking about Mbappe here.
Okay, but you're saying I think Lamine Yamal is worth more.
World Cup, Euro.
Hey, a lot of people say Euros is worth more than the World
No,
Cup.
it's not worth more
a
than
lot
the
of
World
people
Cup.
say that. Have you
Stop.
not heard that?
Stop.
No.
Have you not heard that?
That's
Stop.
foolishness.
I
That's
don't
not-
agree, but a lot of people say that.
Let's
No,
not get
I don't know
crazy.
what people you're
I
listening
think
to.
the World Cup's definitely big, and he had some big moments there. But I think because Yamal's already playing on Barca, there's Barca tax.
Yes.
There's Barca tax in that price. There wasn't a Monaco tax, right? There was maybe some
And what's PSG tax?
some embezzlement there with like funds, but
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure he was loaned for a year,
Yes,
right?
he was.
Then it wasn't even a straight sale, too.
Yeah,
so
you're right. He was on loan for the first year.
I think Mbappe, or sorry, I think Yamal would go for more than Mbappe did at this time if he was to transfer.
I agree.
That's all I got.
But yeah, just to finalize Lamine Yamal, one thing that really showed me that he does has the streets is we saw. I think I was with you, James. We saw kids wearing Lamine Yamal jerseys here in Toronto, Canada, walking down the street. I don't know if I was with you, but I saw it with other people. I was someone else probably, but I saw people with Lamine Yamal
Really?
jerseys,
Spain or Barca?
Barcelona and
Yeah.
Spain jerseys. So that's when I know, like, dude, this guy's
Interesting.
especially if it's in Canada.
It's crazy, bro.
But yeah, finish it off with another young kid, another young star. It's like this is just a podcast of young kids right now. I think
Hey,
young stars. Sorry, pause. No Diddy.
Come on, man.
a man like Amad Diallo popping off in the Manchester Derby. Sorry, scoring a goal in the final minutes and getting I guess an assist. You can say
Winning a penalty?
winning the penalty. How crazy is that? How crazy was that game? First of all,
Good game.
Bro.
It wasn't that crazy.
no.
It's good. It was a big win for United, big win for Amorim, and you can clearly see that the players have really bought into his idea, his play style. Definitely more than it looked like they ever bought into anything Ten Hag was saying, and it's been like 5 games. And he's definitely elevated a lot of players in the squad. Like Maguire's back,
Yeah,
right?
low key, bro.
Mazraoui seems to be back as well, and he had a
Mhm.
fantastic game against City, right? So I think it's good. So far, so good. The idea is there. I think he has the players there, and he's making the most out of them. So now I think it's going to be more so like squad planning. Like, he's got to cut the dead wood. He's got to bring in some intelligent signings to kind of fill some of the gaps. And I think United will probably be contending for top 4 next year.
As you just said, with the resurgence of some players like Maguire, Mazraoui, we're also seeing the opposite, right? Players like Rashford and Garnacho actually before the game, not even being part of the squad
Good.
for this game. What does that tell you, man? Are they out?
Rashford's not that good. Garnacho's probably the most overrated wonder kid I've ever seen. I don't.
You wouldn't take him at Juve?
No,
No?
No.
Bro,
You wouldn't
they
take
have the
Garnacho at
best
Juve?
wing pairing in football.
Huh?
Bro.
bro. He doesn't start.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't start, or I don't even think he's not even our 4th best winger.
4th, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
Who's 3rd?
Who's over him?
Nico Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
I like Gonzalez.
I agree
What
with
were you
that.
saying?
That's fine.
Let me forget. What was I
He's
saying?
Garnacho's the most
Garnacho's most
overrated.
Oh, yeah.
overrated wonder
Most
kid.
overrated wonder kid. So the fact that those guys are out of the team doesn't surprise me. Rashford was just there because like he has tax from like those goals that he scored on his debuts. That like he still
Goals in
has that.
February.
He still has that tax. Somehow.
Marcus Rashford has academy-born tax. And that's the hardest tax you can get rid of.
Mancunian tax,
It's
bro.
so hard to get rid of that tax.
He has feed the kids tax. He has academy tax, debut tax, February tax. He has so many taxes. It's hard to get rid of him.
Does he have like an MBA or something?
Yeah, something like
He's got
that.
that tax.
MBE
Isn't
Rashford,
he like also
bro.
knighted by like the queen or something? I swear.
I don't know, man, something.
Feed the kid.
But like, Rashford's gotta go.
apparently he's being put on sale.
I would sell.
supposedly.
I would sell him. Garnacho, I don't know if you could sell it yet, but apparently we're hearing stuff like his brother's like leaking shit,
That's crazy, bro.
and his brother's like talking shit about Rashford to like push him to not get put into the starting lineup because you know that England media has a lot of influence on starting lineups and stuff. So apparently Garnacho's brother's been doing a lot on social media with his United fan page.
He has a United fan page.
That no one knew it was him, but now people are
Damn, that's
it's him.
crazy. Man.
Because apparently,
Noticing.
apparently every time Garnacho was in the lineup, he would post or something like that. I saw something like that. But back to Amad Diallo, like he's been a talent since he was at Atalanta. I was surprised when they loaned him out to Sunderland, but he balled out there. Finally has a proper manager that's gonna make him shine, and he's balling.
What does that tell you about, like, obviously loan spells, right? Like you said, Amad Diallo had to, I think, twice, right? He went on loan,
Yeah, I think so.
and obviously he improved in those 2 chances. But how many stories have you heard before where a player's gone on loan and they've actually got better with those, loans, that experience, and come back to their team and actually done something?
I'm sure there's a lot. I just can't think about it.
Yeah,
Name some that come to your mind, like right now, that are,
I literally can't think.
that tells you a lot, though. If you can't name one right now, or like, it doesn't come to your head,
Just put on the spot.
it's hard because it's hard. Mostly times when if, for example, if you're a player and your coach tells you that it's best for you to go out on loan, that's kind of a significance, like, oh, I'm not good enough to be here. You know what I mean? I'm not good enough. Gaffer doesn't think I'm good enough. Usually that means a bad thing, I would think. Players think, right?
No,
What'd you say?
not if you're a young player. I think like if you're a younger player at like a bigger team, I think you have the understanding that, you know what, like if I want to continue to play at this, big club XYZ, like you understand that these clubs have a lot of depth. They have a lot of players that are probably in your position. And maybe it just means that, you know what, like I'm better off going to like a lower level Prem team or, a second tier team, play every single week, play multiple times a week, get 50, 60 games under my belt, and then come back next year like, much better and ready to compete with those professionals, right? I really just think a lot of times when it comes to those loan spells, it really tests the mentality of a player. So I think a loan spell can really make or break you, especially when you're a young player. If you go out there and you ball out and you come back and you're like, look what I just did, like I'm here to play, and then now you prove yourself like Diallo is, I think that shows a lot about who he is as a player. On the flip side, like if it goes wrong and you come back just moping, it shows a lot about who you are as a player too. Like you're not cut out to play the big leagues. You can't take going a season to develop, right? Because clearly, if you're not playing week in, week out as a young player, there's a reason for it. Whether it's, maybe you're not fit enough, maybe you're not strong enough, maybe, mentally you're just not there yet. Maybe you don't have the defensive work rate to play for a top 6 team in Europe, right? Because you have to have that too. Especially if you're playing as a winger, you can't just coast. You have to track the fullback in the modern game. So I think it just shows that like mentality is a huge thing. And a player that can go on loan, improve, come back, and ball out, to me, I think he's going to be a big, big player, Diallo, right? I think, like, obviously coming from Atalanta, we know what they do, right? They find stars time and time again. They sold him for a pretty penny, too, I'm pretty sure, right? It was decent funds for someone who played, like,
season?
1 game or 2
Yeah,
games.
one
Like,
game,
he
2
barely
games.
played, right? So,
I think he came up through the academy.
yeah.
They probably bought him to the academy.
Yeah, they bought him through the academy for sure.
But yeah, like, huge Diallo, and I think that's huge for United to have like another, budding young talent that is coming up in big games. The only thing that worries me is like, dude, we've seen this before. Like, I've seen United players score in a big game and we don't hear from them again. Rashford, even Garnacho scored some big goals too, dude. When he scored that overhead kick, people were talking about him like he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or. And dude, it's ever since that goal, I don't think I've heard about him. Dead ass. I haven't heard from him since he scored that overhead kick.
I'm pretty sure at that overhead kick, Dan was like in an argument with me that Garnacho was a bigger talent than Yildiz. I was like, no way, man.
I
But,
mean,
like,
that wasn't like at that time. Like it wasn't that. That's
No,
not that
it
crazy.
still
wasn't
was.
just
It still was.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He's not that good. He's just a moments player that made him look good. He's not that good. Like on the ball, he's nothing crazy.
Yeah, he's quick. That's about it.
Like eye test, he's not that good.
I would take Yildiz over him.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's what I got. just saying this quickly. That's what I got from freaking Doku, bro. That game.
Oh no.
His signature thing. He did it every single time. Every time he did it to Mazraoui. Mazraoui's just like,
Just
not
waits.
getting by me.
How old is this
It's
fullback?
not working on me.
Yeah.
How old is he, bro?
Yeah, that's the best. That's my favorite trend
It
on
was
Twitter, bro.
every single time. Dude. And it did nothing. Mazraoui was just standing there.
Yeah.
I think Grealish did more when he came on. And that's Grealish.
You just have to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Do you guys see what happened after the game?
Yeah, bro, man. Like, one of these kind of jogs over to shake Pep's hand. Pep's like,
Oh, yeah.
And for that to be caught on camera is hilarious. The ball's on Ahmad too to do that.
is
Why?
it though?
No, you just have to go
the
take a
camera
game.
was on Pep, and Ahmad's like, instead of me going around the camera, let me go go right in front of the camera and shake this.
No, but
man's
the
hand.
camera was following Ahmad first, and then
Was it?
Ahmad,
I think it's
yeah.
following Pep.
No, it
first.
was following Ahmad,
Ahmad
bro.
first.
Yeah. And then he.
So the
walked
guy's
over-
like, you know what? Let me look even better. Let me go shake this man's hand. The guy that I freaking destroyed.
You think he did on purpose?
shaked everyone's hand, bro.
Dude, that's funny though. But Pep took it well.
Yeah, I just
took
saying
a-
he
you
just
should
had a
just
good
hand
game
him
and then gave him a hug. Like
But do you see when he was scoring the goal, or was it the penalty? Pep when he was like,
he just loves being dramatic, man.
bro,
He's a drama queen.
funny. It was a good game though. It was
Nah, it was boring.
boring in the
bro.
beginning, but it ended off
The
ended
second
off-
half of the second half was
yeah,
good.
it ended off really well.
I just don't get why Bruno like celebrated like that. Like, bro, the game's tired. You get the ball and put it back out.
Bro.
Yeah, the guy
you
did
guys
one
need
of
to score
the guy
again.
did one of these.
He played like shit. He would even play good. Bruno.
No,
sucked.
second half he played better.
Yeah, ooh, second half. But
yeah, he
like,
played better.
bro,
What else
he's
can we
supposed to be
say?
their guy that's gonna carry them in a game. He did nothing.
Again,
He
it's
scored a
gonna-
10.
Like James said, it's gonna take time with Amorim, bro. He actually has you can tell he has a philosophy.
Can you? I haven't seen a
I've
philosophy
seen
yet.
it. These players have to play in this position, and they have to do what they have to be 110%, or you're not playing.
It
He's not
seems
scared to take players off.
it seems the same thing as Ten Hag. They just have more of a work right now. There's no tactic really yet. That's
Yeah,
all.
It's not gonna.
Once
happen
I'm saying
overnight.
no.
Yeah.
There's some coaches that come in. You can see it right away.
Not with these players, though, dude. He's coming in with players that are not fit for this system, and he's doing the best he can.
Yeah, I know that.
They have
but
talent though. They have a talented squad.
Even Anthony's looking a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, they have
Anthony
a high price squad, high expensive squad. But
Anthony got the ball 5 times. I think he lost to 4. So
Hey, but that one time is all that matters, man. That's
before
100
it used
mil
to be 0 for 5, right?
Yeah,
So now we're going
exactly.
1 for
Now he's
Now
one
it's
for
gonna be
five.
1 for 5,
It's the
then
little
2
things,
for
man.
5. Next thing you know, it's 5 for 5. Then he's going for 250 million.
Just the little improvements, but I guess like with all this United hype, with Amorim, like, what do you guys think like a realistic like season is for them? Like, are they finishing in a European spot? Are they winning Europa League?
first of all, let me just check their place in the standings right now. Unless you guys know,
I don't know off the top of
So
my head.
United are 13th right now.
13th.
Are they
okay.
finishing in a European place, which can be
Right
like,
now, this season?
Yeah, I heard.
No.
European place that could be like 7th.
No, I don't see it.
You don't think they
It's
can?
too far. It's
No,
it's
no,
six
no,
spots.
Are they
bro.
finishing
They're 3
above-
points behind 7th.
Are they?
Yeah,
Are they finishing above Newcastle?
yeah.
Are they finishing above Brentford?
Yeah.
Are they finishing above Spurs?
Nottingham's gonna drop. Bournemouth.
Nottingham's in 4th place.
They're gonna drop. They're not gonna do this all year.
They drop
Bournemouth,
that much?
bro. There's teams like this every year, and they drop every year. Nottingham Forest is gonna drop. Bournemouth's gonna drop. Fulham's gonna drop. They're gonna
Fulham's
get it.
playing some good football.
Well,
right
I don't
now.
give a shit that they're playing good football.
Well,
They're gonna
tied-
drop.
Fulham tied Arsenal and they tied City, no, or Man U.
Doesn't
last
matter.
game.
Doesn't matter.
They're playing good football.
It doesn't matter. It's not gonna last. They don't
Change,
have
man.
enough. They don't have enough depth.
I don't know. They got some good players.
It doesn't matter.
got
They
some
have. They could have
some
good players all
got
they
some good
want.
rejects from other teams, man.
So you're saying they're finishing top 7?
Yes.
I think just outside. I think like 8, maybe just pushing 8, maybe just outside of 9th.
I'm saying 9th.
I feel like 8 is a position as a European spot.
I think it's 7.
Maybe 7. I think.
Okay, either way, I think they get 7th because there's too many teams that are above them and they're only 3 points out. So we're like,
No, but you're also saying you. This is what you said. Those teams don't have depth.
they don't
Man U has depth.
more depth than them. Yeah,
What depth do they have? Mason Mount's injured now, so what? They have Anthony coming off the bench. What's he doing?
that's better than what other teams have.
Name other players on the bench because Garnacho and Rashford aren't there.
Okay, if you don't think they're gonna be there, that's just price because
Okay, but name other players beside those guys. No one.
Nacho, you got
What, Ericsson, bro?
Lindelof on the bench, Ericsson, yeah.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
those are better rotation
on.
players than
No.
name Fulham's bench.
They have freaking thing, bro.
Go, who?
Traore. I'm taking Ahmad Traore.
Ahmed?
Adama, sorry.
Adama Traore starts most games.
Sometimes.
That's on the bench.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think Fulham's gonna finish higher than.
No, they're
City,
not,
United
bro.
For sure. I think so.
No,
But that's just.
they'll probably finish below 10th.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Are Man U staying in European position? Or are they they're
Staying, they're not in
Not?
one.
Sorry, are they gonna be in one or not? I don't think they are. I doubt it. I truly doubt it. But yeah.
End it off, man.
But yeah, man, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the World Cup talk, the young talent talk, and the English talent talk. But that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know who we are.
Be the culture, baby.
Culture Man. And with that, we out.
See ya.
Peace.
304, baby.
Flash it, bro.
3 uniforms crazy.